Welcome to Washington Hospital Today, dedicated to informing residents about healthcare topics and issues. Through programs featuring community forums and free health and wellness classes, our goal is to empower community members with the information needed to make informed health decisions. Washington Hospital has been providing healthcare to the residents of the Washington Township Healthcare District for the past 60 years. Hello, welcome to today's presentation, Kindergarten Readiness, presented by Dr. Bhaskari Peela, Pediatrician with Washington Township Medical Foundation. And now, please welcome Dr. Peela.
Thank you, Christy. Good evening, everyone. Let's talk about kindergarten readiness. A lot of families with kids going to kindergarten this fall must be very excited to start kindergarten this fall. Let's see what school readiness means. Kindergarten brings big changes for kids. For some, it's just a first time going to a structured school setting. For others, it's just going from a small classroom to a bigger classroom with a lot of kids. Kids respond differently. Some are very excited and can't wait to start. And some are nervous and with change, and they're very nervous, and the kids may react differently once they walk into kindergarten. The school readiness is determined by readiness for individual child, the school readiness for children, and also the ability of the family and the community to support the optimal early development. When the kids are getting ready for kindergarten, many families wonder about the academic skills. But self-care, social, and emotional skills are important for the kindergarten too. For California, the minimum entrance age for kindergarten is they should turn 5 on or before September 1st the same year, and they should compulsory age is 6 years. Below the link shows the age requirement for different states as well. The combination of physical well-being, social and emotional abilities, being able to self-regulate, as well as language and cognitive skills are important for school readiness. And that starts right from birth. All the child's early experiences, whether at home or childcare setting or this preschool, are very educational. When early experiences are consistent, developmentally sound, and emotionally supportive, children learn optimally and develop resilience for life, which means staying calm and in control when facing a new environment or challenges. The ability to use touch, sight, and hearing to explore and figure out the world around them is very important. The visual discrimination, differentiating same and different, and visual learning, like doing some puzzles. And the hearing sounds correctly will teach the phonetics. This is all important sensory development. And other gross motor skills that we expect the kindergartens to develop by the time they enter kindergarten is they'll be able to run, jump with feet together, hop on one feet, climb stairs, or bounce ball, or try to catch it. And the fine motor skills like use pencil and crayon with some control, able to use scissors, and able to cut these crafts like this, able to keep a beads in the string, or able to copy a shape, or do a puzzles, or keep them in a sequence. And the social emotional development does play a lot of important role. Like focus and pay attention to what is taught or what is said in school, and independence and control their impulses and emotions, able to take turns and cooperate and follow directions, able to make friends, empathize with others, and control and communicate emotions, and limit aggressive behaviors. And self-care skills are important because that's what we expect when the kids enter kindergarten. Able to do the hand washing, use the bathroom, and wash up on their own, and get dressed on their own. They might still need some help here, like with buttons, zippers, and shoelaces, or know and say their first and last name, their age, and their parents' names. That's the few self-care skills they require to know. And coming to language skills, or speaking complete sentences, be understood by others most of the time, use words to express themselves, or understand two-step directions are important. And reading skills. Reading 15 minutes a day will expose them to more than 1 million words. like the reading skills, like enjoy listening to stories, know how to find the first page and flip through the book, and recognize familiar logos in and around, like stop signs or squares or circles, and able to recite the alphabets, and then recognize their own name, able to write or spell their name, and recognize like few rhyming words are important. And math skills that we expect them, like counting numbers from 1 to 10 without skipping, recognizes the basic shapes like square or circle or triangle, or understand few things like more and less, like which group has more crayons or which group has less crayons, or arranging the objects in the right order, like smallest to biggest and biggest to small, and count and point the colors on the box of 8 crayons. That'll definitely help. And coming to the excellent family and community support is so important in raising the kids. Excellent prenatal care and having regular primary care visits in a medical home setting that is more comprehensive, compassionate, and family-centered. From day one, your baby will start learning. And as the brain goes very fast the first 5 years of life, and it will have a huge and lasting impact in their future. The optimal nutrition and daily physical activity would help the kids to arrive to the kindergarten and with a very good healthy minds and bodies. Research have shown that learning in a high quality preschool setting and the child care will help them to learn kids to develop important skills like self-control, getting along with others, and that makes a big difference in the ability to succeed them in school as well as in their life. And spending time with your kids, like setting a time aside to spend quality of time with your kids, will allow the parents to be the effective teachers as well. So try reinforcing your child's health education at school by making healthy food choices when you shop. No matter what is taught at school and what is served in school cafeteria, your children is influenced more by watching what you shop and what your food selections at home. Start simple with My Plate. Take the plate and fill half the plate with fruits and vegetables and half the plate with grains and proteins, and try to choose whole fruits and whole grains, and use low-fat dairy. That's very, very important. And try to eliminate or limit the foods which are beverages rich in high calories or added sugars or more sodium. That in this way, kids tend to choose healthy options in school as well. And school readiness, a smooth transition between the home and the school, including cultural sensitivity, and providing the opportunities for the parents to engage more in the school, and understanding that early child development and that children learn through play and natural experiences that will definitely help them to be successful in life. Demonstration of commitment, the success of every teacher in providing effective instructions to the kids. And there are a few tips, here are the ways to make the transition easier for your kids to the kindergarten school. Over the summer, practice activities that your child will be doing in the class, like cutting letters, gluing the papers, or using the pencil and the crayon. It's fine if your child doesn't master these, but at least it is not the first time they're trying in the kindergarten classroom. That will ease the stress of your kids and also help the kindergarten teacher for the smooth transition. There's a good chance that your child will have a new morning routine, try to have a clear bedtime routines, waking up a little bit early, getting the kids dressed, have their breakfast. Try to phase out the nap times, putting the kids too early to bed. That's definitely is important. And also to give them some 1 or 2 step instructions, you can tell them, hey, can you just go get a paper and the pencil from the cubby and draw a circle and color it with blue color. Or you can say, get a pair of scissors and a craft paper. Can you please cut a shape of a circle or a square? So that will help them to follow 2-step instructions and be able to use their fine motor and gross motor. And then you can focus on them, how they're doing. That's a very, very important things to, train them how to, get ready for the kindergarten. And you should start practicing asking for help. Tell kids it's okay to ask for help. And the teacher is there in the kindergarten to help them. Try to ask the kids to ask help right from at home before they start the school. And this way, the kids are ready, to be able to ask help in school. Explain that teachers are always there to help out. And the new play dates, try to have play dates with the new friends, preferably same age and the same class if you can get a list ahead of time. Try to do a play dates in a place where it is convenient and comfortable both for you and your kids as well. It may be in your house, or it may be in a park, or it may be a playground. In that way, the kids learn to make new friends and be able to communicate with each other and play with each other in a setting which is not under stress or not new to them. And read together. Reading is very, very, very important. The more you read, the more better the kids will do. Reading 15 minutes to your kids a day will expose them to more than 1 million words. That's very, very important. And then, you can read together. Reading will also help the kids to listen. That is a basic foundation of kindergarten. And other tips early education starts and ends at home. You're your child's first and the greatest teacher. There are a lot of preschool apps around, but limit the preschool apps and shows, even if they're educational. Limit the screen time to 1 hour. Put down your smartphones. Find time to talk with your kids. Spend time with your kids every day. That is, do such an art project, or do some fun activities, bake with them, or go for a walk with them. Those things are really good to spend good quality of time with your kids. And independence. We have to make sure the kids are very independent. Here are the ways to encourage independence in your child during your regular and routine activities. For those tasks which you're already doing for your kids, but kids are capable of doing themselves, let them do it. Example, pouring cereal in a bowl, or milk in a bowl, or choosing their clothes, or pairing the socks, cleaning up after they play. All those things, there can be some obstacles. Don't just jump in to help them. Let them resolve the roadblocks by themselves. That'll give us a lot of confidence for them, and then the sense of independence and perseverance that is well worth of this milk spills or mismatched clothes. One of the best way families also can help with the independent skills is to be role models themselves. Let your children see you reading. Talk about your day, how your day was to your kids in a very fun way. Go to the library, borrow the books, take your kids along. When you take your kids along, let them open their own library cards, borrow the books, and then let them be independent. Read the books with them. One of the best way, you can be a role model is if adults model confidence and the willingness to try new things, the young children will start the path to positive social and emotional development and success in the later part of life. And then keep a family calendar. Right, activities to do with kids, you can go to hiking or biking or swimming or tennis, simple things, gardening. That also will help the kids to spend time with the kids. Suppose if the weather is bad, you won't be able to go outside. Stay home and play board games with the kids. That's really a very good way of spending time with your kids. And there are few, I would like to talk about the kindergarten screening test. The AAP believes kindergarten screening tests or any type of testing should be done as a tool to guide the curriculum and instruction and support diverse group of children rather than the gatekeeping test for kids to enter the school. If the test or screening identifies that your kid is lagging behind, don't stress about it. Use this information to help you and the school to plan for a special attention that he or she may need in the year of kindergarten. You are your child's best advocate. By sharing information with your child's teacher and other school staff, you can help them to be ready for your child. At the same time, you're establishing the partnership for your child's education, and that could be continued throughout their life. And redshirting. According to AAP, some parents prefer red shifting, which means if the kids are around the cutoff date, they would like you to delay the start of school. This will prevent them from being in the best learning environment. We would definitely encourage to avoid this. And coming to the health checkups, before you start kindergarten, make sure your kids are up to date with all the well-child checks and the immunizations. There are a set of immunizations that all the kids need before they enter kindergarten. Please make sure, call your pediatrician's office and schedule the appointments. As well as if they're due for the dental checkups, please make sure they get the dental checkups done. And then enjoy your kindergarten, and kindergartners now, have a safe summer and go out, enjoy the weather, and then at the same time, make sure stay safe. Please wash your hands, wear your mask, and maintain distance. All the best.
Thank you, Dr. Peela. We do have a few questions here. The first question is, do you recommend preschool? And if so, at what age?
So preschool that's a very good question. Preschoolers, it all depends on the readiness of the kids. Sometimes kids are ready as early as 3 years. Sometimes kids are not ready as late as 4 years. That's okay. If the kids are interested, ready, if they're showing signs of ready to socialize, you can start as early as 2 years, 9 months, or it's okay to wait till 4 years. It all depends on the readiness of your kids.
Okay, and the next question is, how can a parent alleviate anxiety for a child who is apprehensive about going to school?
Yeah, this is going to happen, and then we do see in some families this. In order to deal with this, first parents, you be relaxed and keep a happy look on your face, and take your kids to the kindergarten, your school surroundings. Let them get familiarized. Let them get into the routine. All those things will help. Always be honest, and then say, okay, you're going to the school now. I'm going to drop you and leave and come back and pick you up later. And you're safe in school. Try to reinforce them they are safe, and always be honest and have a predictable morning every day, and then read to them, prepare them the night before that you're going to school tomorrow, this is what you're going to expect. In that way, that'll really help prep them.
Okay, and then the last question we have today is, if the kindergarten class allows students to bring a snack to class, what snacks would you recommend?
I would recommend healthy snacks, as I mentioned, my plate, some carbs, some veggies, some fruits. Example, like baby carrots, like a cheese and crackers, or you can do celery with sunflower butter. Those things are good options.
Very good. Well, thank you very much for being here tonight, and this does conclude our program. And thank you, Dr. Peela, for this insightful presentation. Thank you, viewers, for tuning in. The entire broadcast of today's presentation will be available on our Facebook page and YouTube.